Welcome to Better Than Yesterday. We're really excited to be here today, and I gotta let you guys know that this episode with this guest has been something we've been waiting to do since literally the inception of our podcast.
Yes, day one.
We've got Billy Allen here. Welcome to the Better Than Yesterday podcast.
Oh, man.
What up, my boy?
What's up, man? What up,
Well,
what's up, man?
appreciate you.
It's a pleasure, man.
Appreciate you
Hey,
being
man.
here.
So I appreciate you. So just a little bit of backstory. Me and my boy Billy, we met 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago in the barbershop. And this is another just to show you that it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I mean? And networking and just being a genuine and cool person. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know what it's going to lead to. You never know what's going to happen in the future. So I always tell my kids, everybody, just be respectful, be genuine with everybody that you ever meet. And it'll all work out in the end of the day, you know? And so me and my boy Billy met at the barbershop, and it's been history ever since. You want to give the listeners a little bit of background into you, my man?
So first and foremost, thank y'all for having me on the podcast.
Our pleasure.
Man.
I've been following y'all, man. I love the positive energy.
Yes.
And that's what the world needs. You know, so I mean, like you said, bro, we met at that barbershop, just having genuine conversations.
Yeah.
And that's when, you know, organicness is real.
Yes.
When you vibe with people, and you was one of the first people I met, Oliver.
Yeah.
And we've been cool ever since.
Ever since.
You know, kicked it with each other, and had a couple drinks,
Yeah.
Jesus juice.
We done
you
did
know.
everything. We done did it all in
But
between.
just been genuine, you
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
showing love to each other.
Yep.
And that's what it's about, man.
Yeah.
You talking about relationships, it matters throughout life. And that's how you spread positive energy. But yeah, man, I'm here, man. Like, I'm just a librarian that like giving back to my community.
No, you are not. You are not.
I was just gonna say, I'm like,
Right.
I learned a long time ago. I had a friend's mom of mine who would say, they were like, when I'd be like, oh, it's, you know, I'm calling, hey, is whoever home? And oh, it's just Adam. Like, it's not just Adam. It is Adam.
It is.
You're not just. Well,
Right.
first of all, you're not just a librarian.
You're not.
Because
Don't
you
even
have your
downplay it.
hand
Yeah.
in the pocket of, like, in so many pockets. You're
Yes.
doing so many different
Yeah,
things.
thank you, man.
Tell us a little bit about the things that you're doing and why you're doing them.
Yeah.
So, just first and foremost, I'm Billy Allen. I am a librarian by profession,
Yes.
and I'm the branch manager of Whitney Library for the Las Vegas Clark County
Shout
Library District.
out to Whitney Library.
Yeah,
Yep,
yes,
yep. Check out
yes.
Whitney Library when you're in Vegas.
Yeah, get you a library card. Support all libraries.
Yes.
We got 25 locations. I'm also the creator of Three King Visions. So
Yes.
my platform, I am a storyteller for kids. I do hip hop story times, but also I spread library joy.
Yes.
I talk about all the cool stuff that we do in the library, from the programs, the resources, because I'm 41. Like, when I was growing up, libraries weren't like this.
No.
Right.
You know, libraries were quiet,
Right.
and I'm gonna keep it real. Growing up, I ain't going to the library. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel like I was welcome in there.
Absolutely. If I feel like when you back in the day, and this is one of the coolest things about you, I see that the look on these kids' face when you're doing that story time, when you're really getting in there with them and you're really into the story, and you're not only just reading, you're not just sitting up there and just reading word for word, you're acting it out, and I mean the look that these kids give and the look that these kids have when you're done is amazing. Is amazing. And that's coming from a father who the only thing that matters to me is my kids' happiness and my kids' healthiness in every way.
Well, I mean, I think, honestly, excellence and even black excellence goes beyond athletics and music.
Right. Which we
And-
don't talk about.
But we don't talk about that. And just spreading positivity, even when you talk about libraries welcome everybody. This is the only entity in the world that welcome all walks of life without judgment. So when I'm doing my story times, like when I started Three King Visions, like, you know, I never knew what a story time was. So like my first interview as a librarian was to do a story time. So I'm looking this stuff up online. I'm like, man, I ain't doing it like that. To me, that was corny.
Right.
So I was like, you know, if I was a kid, how would I want someone else to read a book? And I've always been goofy. Like, you know, I grew up on the Wayans Brothers.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're a
goofy.
character for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. I'm a big battle rap fan. Hip hop. Like we were talking about Nas prior to record.
Yeah.
I'm a huge hip hop fan. So I'm like, okay, this is performance. So let me tell it how I would tell it. And I tell people all the time, you can read a book, but can you read a book?
Right.
I could read one book 10 different times. You're gonna get 10 different experiences, my G.
That's lit, bro. That's amazing.
So as a guy who just said, you know, when I was growing up, you couldn't find me in a library.
Yeah.
to now you're Billy the Librarian.
Mr. Library.
Why? How did that happen? What's got you caring so much about it?
So, this is kind of funny, Adam, because this is how me and Oliver connected.
Yeah.
Because like me growing up, I made a lot of bad decisions. And,
Amen.
You know, like, and I
Welcome to the
think,
podcast.
Yeah. Because I ain't got nothing to hide no more.
Right.
You know, I appreciate my journey now where I was growing up, you know, my mom was a nurse, my dad was a sheriff. As we got older, you know, we did quite well for ourselves, but growing up, I didn't know my mom and dad were struggling to go to school or pay the bills for me and my sisters and all that. So when I got out of high school, you know, I go to college, I'm chasing, can we cuss on here? Or
Yeah,
And this is the realest
This
podcast.
is the real. You say whatever you want to say.
and just keeping it real, like, you know, trying to chase all the ass,
Yeah.
all this stuff, and
Yeah.
then flunking out.
Yeah.
And my dad was hardcore.
Yeah.
He like, no, you're going to take your ass in the military.
Right.
So I go in the Air Force, right?
Yep.
You thinking, I'm good. I still didn't get it, man. I didn't fulfill my enlistment. I served barely half the time.
Yeah.
So I get out, still trying to figure this thing out called life.
Life.
You know, I'm in Atlanta with my sister, raising my nephew. Broke as hell. Lying, trying to date women. Yeah, I'm a nurse. Oh, what hospital you work at? Yeah, Emory. What floor you work at?
The sixth.
The fifth floor.
Me too. I've never seen you.
I be working late nights.
Yeah, real late nights. You know? How long does that last?
Right.
And I went back to school at 25. So my mom was like, hey, AJ. So personally, people know me as AJ.
Yeah.
So, and she was like, AJ, you need to finish school. So I went back to school at 25. I'm going to be a nurse. So 2 years in, man, I feel like I'm doing my thing, still doing wild and doing dumb shit, drinking every day and all this stuff. One of my homeboys, Bradley Kirk, I was like, hey, man, you still going to do this nursing thing? And I'm like, yeah, what you about to do? I'm about to be a librarian. The same look y'all give me, I'm like, what the hell do a librarian do? You know what I'm saying? So when he put me onto the field, I didn't know that libraries was a profession or something you can get into.
Right.
From Microsoft, Google, law firms, hospitals, ESPN. I didn't know you had to have a master's degree in library science. Wow. So he introduced me to two of my mentors, Kelvin Watson, who is the executive director here for the Las Vegas Clark County Library District, and Dr. Jerome Alford. So it's four of my homeboys. Now, at first, I'm like, man, I ain't doing this shit.
Right.
But then we took an internship in St. Louis. I'm one of the people, I got to see stuff, man. You can't just tell me, hey, let's do this. Hey, Oliver, hey, man, we're going to do this. Or Adam, hey, man, you know, I got a podcast, man. Just pull up. What's the podcast about?
Right.
Let me see your podcast.
Right.
So I went through the actual experience, and I saw people that looked like me doing this. And I was like, I ain't never seen no black male librarian before.
Right.
Until I saw them.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to do this. So I ended up getting my bachelor's degree at 29. And then I moved back home to North Carolina, where I'm from, to get my master's degree at 31. I'm 41 now. It was the best decision I ever made in my life. Like, I'm serious. Like,
I can see that.
It changed my life.
Oh, I can see that.
I mean, you're talking about somebody that, when the Trayvon Martin shit was going on.
Yeah.
During that same week, I'm the one getting my ass fooled by the police.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing some dumb shit too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah,
We was like,
yeah.
accountability. I hate that word. But abolish that word 2026, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Right.
Catching a couple of felonies.
Yeah.
Get attempted assault on an officer, resisting arrest, you know, get a misdemeanor, and then you're like, and y'all can look this up because there ain't nothing there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's been expunged.
Yeah.
But, you know, it catches up to you.
Yeah.
2 years later, I get my master's degree.
Sure.
Get my first library job. I do the story time. I kill it. They're like, Mr. Allen, something wrong here.
Your record.
We need a criminal record check.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working with kids.
Yeah.
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 100%.
So I get it. I'm thinking my career over. I'm like, man, I went to school for nothing.
Right.
Like, you know, but they told me they got to expunge. Now, mind you, this is Jefferson City, Missouri, where only black people there is just a college.
Right.
So,
Wow.
yeah. So I'm like, I ain't got the money. They wanted 10 bands, my G.
For sure.
So my mom's husband had a good relationship with a Kappa, and he got expunged for $500. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Relationships.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. And
It-
being
it's all-
solid.
Yeah.
Being solid.
And
Being
being
solid.
solid.
And from there is just, you know, maintaining a brotherhood and relationship with Kelvin, my mentor, and my homies. And I just kept doing the work. And I found my passion. with the youth. So when I started Three King Visions, Adam and Oliver, I'm doing a story time in Miami. I'm doing my hip hop story time. It's ranging from 150 to 200 people from 10:30 to 11 o'clock.
Oh, for sure.
So I call my homies. I'm like, yo, ain't nobody doing a podcast for people that look like us? I ain't seen it since Reading the Rainbow.
Right. Right.
So, and I'm like, man, I'm about to do this.
Yeah.
I'm about to do this. So I started Three King Visions literally 7 years ago this weekend.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So I said, man, people need to find the love of reading where, you know, the prison of pipeline issue with young black boys is real.
Yes.
But just people in general, like we were talking.
Yeah.
People don't like to read. Why is that?
Right.
Like, seriously, why is that? You know, are you seeing it at home? Is it being mimicked?
Right.
You know, or you reading what you want to read? Because when I was growing up, my mom got me Slam magazine.
Right.
You know, Jet magazine, looking at the beauty of the week.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
You know, Double XL.
Yeah,
Double
Source
XL.
magazine.
for
Source,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, the source. Yeah, I remember
was
that. Yeah.
reading stuff I was interested in.
Yeah.
So we need to mimic that, and that's how I brought the
Right.
hip hop element. So I just love giving back, bro. That's it.
And you know what? I mean, I want everybody that's watching this episode to go over to Billy's channel and make sure you check it out and actually see it for yourself, because it's something that words can't describe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy because, like you said, Billy, when I was growing up, the library was not a place that you would find me or anything like that. But it's cool that you're making it fun for kids,
Right.
because a lot of times when I remember growing up, when came to doing homework, it came to reading, it was a very stressful, anxious,
was a duty.
anxiety
It was like a
filled.
job.
Exactly.
Yes.
It was like an anxiety filled moment, time that I was going through. And so it would just push me further and further away from wanting to do it, because it was just, you know, it was hard, and my parents we would clash and everything like that when it came to learning. And so I just think that it's so cool because kids are learning without even realizing it.
Right. I think that comes to, like you said, you found your passion.
Yes.
And I think, you know, whether it's, I mean, it seems like, because I know just a little bit, you're doing some other things as well, but it's a passion. When you have a passion for something, you're not going to fail at it. You're going to make it special. It's going to be recognizable through you, right? Like I could go and do a story time.
Right.
Or you could go and do a story time. Do you know what I'm saying, though?
It would be very,
because
it would be different.
because there's a passion. Like your passion is coming out in it, and people, I think, connect to passion.
Right.
When someone is authentic and someone is passionate, they know that you care about this, and if you care about this, you care about me caring about this. And so this guy is now. He's not just doing his job.
He's engaging.
He's engaged and investing in me. He thinks that he's pouring himself into this so that I can.
Well, think about it, Adam. It's not just the kid; it's the parent.
Right.
Right.
Because you've shown the time that, because the kid can't bring themselves back to the library as much as they
Right.
want. You know what I mean?
You
Even
the
if the
filter.
kid had the
Yeah.
best time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to get the parent. And so it's not only watching the kid's expression, but you're grabbing the parent. The parent is also watching the kid expression. And
You're like changing families.
yeah.
Because now families are like, instead of go upstairs and do your homework, it's we're doing this stuff together.
Well, I tell this story all the time. Literally about a year and a half ago, I'm at Albertsons.
Yeah.
A little 4-year-old boy runs up, hugs me from behind. So I turn around, I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? So the mom was like, you Mr. Billy. She was like, my son watches you on YouTube. So listen to it. No, but you know, it's
That's
deep.
beautiful.
So, and like a real humble, I'm like, thank you so much. I really appreciate everything. She was like, no, let me tell you something. I asked my 4-year-old boy, why do you like watching this? The 4-year-old boy said, Mom, because he looked like me.
It's and you know what?
Come on, man.
And you know what? And another thing that I love that you harp on, and you know, I feel like a lot of times with society and everything, yes, when you're a person of color, they automatically think, here's a basketball, here's a football, here's a microphone, here's a da-da-da, you know what I mean? And there are so many, just like for everybody else, just like for every other person, every other race, there is multiple careers, there's multiple jobs, there's multiple avenues that you could take.
Yes, brother.
You know what I mean? And so it's really nice, and you have to be able to see it, because like you said, there might be somebody who doesn't even know that being a librarian is a job, or there might be somebody who possibly thinks, I really like books. I wish there was something I could do with books. And you're showing them there is something. There's a future. You could do this. You could love it. You could support yourself. You could take care of yourself. Great. Make all these connections. Like, it's so much bigger than just somebody that's going and clocking into a 9 to 5.
Right. Or someone who's got to help you find a book down this aisle. Like, you can be, there's a creative space in it as well. Like,
I got a slogan.
And then you know what? Just another thing that I sort of realized with libraries as I got older and I was in my drug addiction and stuff too, it's literally a place, like you said, the fact that it's no judgment, the fact that, I've had to go to the library to look up some things because I didn't have Wi-Fi. I've had to go to the library because I had a couple hours that I just needed to kill time and I didn't want to be in the streets.
right. You don't want to be outside.
To be real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean,
Yes.
and I can only imagine somebody walking into your library as opposed to every other library because, like you said, bro, there's no judgment. I know if you saw somebody coming in probably sweating and you had a towel, you give them a towel.
Yeah.
If you had a bottle of water, and it's so crazy because when you're on your lowest of low, which I've been in front of 7-Eleven asking somebody for 50 cents, 25 cents. And when you were at the lowest of low, just somebody smiling or somebody acknowledging that you're a person or somebody could change everything for you.
Everything.
I mean, we welcome all walks of life, to your point. And I think that's where having empathy
Yes.
comes into play. You can't serve the community, any form of customer service.
Yes.
You got to have empathy to do it at its highest level.
Right.
And that's why I'm so proud of my librarian colleagues that work in any public library or anybody that works at a job where you're serving the people.
Right.
Because I've been broke before.
Yeah.
I've been down on my luck.
Yep.
And as much success as I've had, it keeps me so humble.
Yes.
Because I see the real people every day. This is why I tell people the library matters. We are the center of every community. We're the unhoused, the person with mental health issues. You talk about you had a previous drug addiction. Well, we got Narcans. So if you have an overdose,
Wow.
for free.
Right.
Social
See,
workers.
that's what I'm saying. Like and these are things that, and I'm so happy that you came on this podcast today. And I'm so happy that you're spreading the word on your own platforms and everything because I just feel like people don't know.
Well, I was just going to say the cool thing about this, and you're doing this here,
Yes.
doing this here in Las Vegas, but this is an audience far. I mean, we've got
We have people from different countries
the
all
Philippines,
over the world,
Canada,
all
everywhere
over the world.
listening in.
Yes.
And there are libraries in every community.
Yes.
And so as people are listening to this episode right now, probably similar to me being like, holy, I never even thought that libraries were, I mean, I don't want to say that important because I understand
No,
the
it's
importance
real.
of reading, but
No,
like
it's being real.
that are that like
That they-
community focused, right?
Right.
I would never think, you think of the soup kitchen or you think
Think
of
the
the
church.
the
Right,
church,
right.
or you think of the, you don't think of
never
the
go to
library,
That's
right?
a very
And
good
so-
point. When it should be at the top of that
Right, it
list.
should be, but they don't. And so now every single person who listens to this is going to be like, there are libraries in my community. What are my libraries doing as well? Because you're also doing other things. It's not just library. Talk to us about, you talked about your passion, your empathy. You've been down on your luck. The other things that you're doing for the community. You were talking about the showers.
Yeah, and a big part of my job, people ask me, what do a librarian do? My job is to activate the community. I use this buzzword, activate the community, but also build relationships in the community.
Yes.
So I'm a matchmaker for resources.
Yeah.
I'm full of buzzwords, right?
But you're the best, bro.
but it's real, building relationships in the community to meet the partnerships. So, and just to be real, a lot of people ask me this, like, how did you get the partnership with the mobile shower and the social worker? You know where I did it? At the bar.
I'm telling you.
I like to have a social drink.
Networking.
Cause think about it. You have a drink, get your old fashioned, get your Moscow Mule.
Yeah.
You're conversing with someone, and what's the first question people ask you?
What do you do?
What do you do?
Right.
What do you do?
When people ask me that, my eyes light up.
Because he's like, oh,
You
got you.
walked in.
I got you. You know what? Yeah, I got you.
You're stuck
I
now.
got you. Yeah,
So
I
say,
got you.
and I'm like, I'm a librarian. They look at me. Yeah, this is how I dress when I go to work.
Right.
And they're like, what do you the same regular questions I understand. What do y'all do? And I tell them, we got the mobile showers, the social workers. I got a theater. I got an art gallery with a library card. You could check out a Wi-Fi hotspot if you ain't got internet. If you want to check out an iPad. I'm doing the whole library commercial.
Right.
PlayStation games, Nintendo Switch, All that free tutoring. Kids get free meals every day of the week. Like on Fridays, I feed over 150 senior citizens.
Wow.
But these are partnerships through the community.
that you made.
Like if you go visit your local library, you'd be surprised. And a couple of organizations, I meet a couple of people, they're like, I can help you. I want to work with you.
I can only imagine, bro, because I mean, like you said, not only is everything that you're saying a great positive idea, but the way that you speak on it, the way that you get passionate about the library and stuff, you could be saying nothing, and I'd be like, I agree. I'm down.
I'm like,
you know what I mean?
should I go home and like look for like, an opportunity at a library?
You know what I
Like,
mean? And that sort of goes back to like Adam was saying, that passion that just speaks
man.
through, and that's sort of like that's how we are with this podcast. You know what I mean? That's how we are about positivity and uplifting people and getting people to where they are, because it's just like, it's just what we were here to do. We are intended to do.
And this makes total sense now as to why, as soon as we started talking about a podcast, we were like, we got to have him on.
Yeah.
Because this is literally the embodiment of like the better than yesterday vibe. It
really is.
It's positivity.
No
it's
judgment,
passion.
empathy.
It's empathy. It's everybody's welcome.
Yes.
It's all of these things that we talk about week to week,
Yep.
all rolled up into like a real life practical thing. You're like,
Right.
yes, reading is important. Literacy rates in Las Vegas are some of the lowest in the country, I read.
Yeah.
The lowest, yes.
Lowest.
It's the
And
lowest.
then you mix it with a CEO of a company reads about 52 to 60 books a year.
Right.
And so look at
Where
the disconnect. That is an enormous disconnect that if you don't get it young, you're going to be
behind.
You're going to be behind. Like, let's get it young to keep, we talk about, it's like who you know. But you also got to kind of know some stuff too, right? Like
Absolutely.
You can
It's
get
a
the foot
balance.
in the door with being a genuine good person.
But if you
you're
can't
gonna
read, if you can't
you're gonna
do
get
basic
fired,
skills, then
right? And so
Yeah.
when we look at that disconnect of literacy rates versus what CEOs reading, how do you
how do you make that connection? Right?
Yeah,
How do
and
you
like
how do you
how
make
do
that
you stay
bridge?
motivated and not discouraged? Because I'm sure you see a lot of sad cases as well.
Correct.
So what keeps you going to keep pushing to help the community get to giving them those opportunities?
So to answer your question, I'm just be honest with you. Those are people I need to work with.
Right.
That I want to work with.
Those are the people that
Right.
that need you.
Just like, for an example, the parent that comes in and like, hey, my 8th grader don't like reading. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Like, what's going on, man? Mr. Billy, man? What you do for fun?
Oh,
They start talking, I play video games and stuff. Word. With your library card, you check out PlayStation games, right? Really? I got a teen zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a PS5 in my teen zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come walk with me around the library. All I'm doing is establishing a relationship.
Right.
Right.
And then
Because
reel them
they
in.
don't think you cool. See, and go ahead. I don't want to stop.
No, you're right.
You're just I love the way that you connect in so many different ways with people. And I think that's another thing that makes you a different level with your job, because
Thank you,
you could see what somebody needs or what somebody's missing, and you're able to connect with people on so many different levels.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's-
You were meant to be where you are.
And it's just like, shout out to my library workers and my colleagues. My assistant manager, Desmond London. I'll tell you a dope story that happened maybe a couple of months ago. There was a young brother that came in, and I'm like, I talked to everybody in my library. So Desmond walked up and said, hey, how you doing, man? And he just stared at him and started breaking down crying. And Desmond gave him a hug. And the dude, we all friends with him to this day. He said that was the day that changed his life, because that's all he needed at the time,
I'm telling you.
a hug.
I'm telling you, man.
Empathy. Is that a part of your job description? People ask me that all the time, the stuff I do. Yeah, I'm here to serve the community.
Right.
Interaction, just saying hi. How you doing, Adam?
I'm telling you.
How was your day? It go a long way.
Man.
Especially to somebody who feels like they're not being seen.
Right.
Or
Seriously.
not being heard.
And
Yeah.
this goes, man, I'm not kidding. I got like goosebumps
Yeah.
from this conversation today. And it goes so much deeper than just what your profession is. Like every single person can live like whatever your job is, like everyone can find the spirit of what you have and take it into what they do.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And can you imagine if it wasn't just you can go to and meet a dope ass librarian, but your boss at work thinks that same way, and your hockey coach is feeling the same way, and you're like, and everybody walked around with the passion to serve people,
Right.
the way that you're serving people, because you're doing more than just being a librarian.
I appreciate
more.
it, but like I got a slogan. I said we're leaders of the new cool.
Yes.
And leaders of the new
I love
cool,
that one.
It's applicable to anything you're trying to do in life.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want to break the stereotypical norms
Right.
of what excellence means.
Right.
Excellence all inside, you know. I mean, better than yesterday. I mean, not too long ago, I remember I was 21.
Right.
I was 27. You know what I'm saying? Made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Versus look where I am now.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've had a life-changing opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
amazing.
I mean, God's been so good to me.
Yeah.
From, you know, being on Netflix Queer Eye, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Having Hamilton. I did a story time with Hamilton
Right.
That's wild.
last
Yeah.
year. You know, to LeVar Burton. I think I'm the only librarian he follows.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
remember. Yeah, I remember
remember
that
that
day.
day?
I remember that day.
Remember the day?
I remember that day,
So,
bro. You hit me up. And
Remember
you
like
were
the movie The Woods? Remember the bet?
Yeah.
Remember the bet? You know, I remember the bet.
Hey, bro, and it's like, you know, it's just and it's a beautiful thing to see. Like we were saying before we even started, the fact that you were so consistent and the fact that you are so driven, it motivates me, it motivates other people. It's a beautiful thing that you have. It's a beautiful thing, and you just got to keep going, man. Keep spreading that positivity, keep spreading that love.
Before we close off the conversation, we'll have you back again for sure, just because this is just going to be so much fun.
Absolutely.
But, you know, first of all, let's tell the audience where they can find you.
For sure.
And then I want you to leave our audience with some, like a takeaway of like, if you had what, like one thing to say to our audience that you think is going to help empower them in their journey of becoming better versions of themselves, what would that be?
Wow. Well, first and foremost, thank you, my brothers, for
man,
having me on
it's
the
all love.
podcast.
Our blessing.
thank
Like
you.
we're blessed to have you.
You can follow me on all social media platforms at Three King Visions. Subscribe to Mr. Billy the Librarian on YouTube.
200%.
You know, we're trying my YouTube channel. I do hip hop story times. I got a co-star, Busy to Be. You know, we're just trying to spread the love of reading. But to answer your question, I'm gonna say this: it ain't over until it's over. My life represents that, and I'll say this: master yourself. When you say, "What do you mean, Mr. Billy?" I ain't got nothing to hide, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I have no worries of someone pulling my card when I'm 28,
Right.
29, 17. Oh, you did this and did that. Yeah, I know I did it. Because that's what got me here. When I talk about the library, you know, this being an extrovert or an introvert, if you're trying to find that confidence, master yourself.
Right. That's
Because
beautiful.
when you find that joy, you're unstoppable. And I'm super blessed, man.
Man.
Well, we are blessed that you're here.
Love
I
you,
know
big dog.
everybody
My
is
brother,
blessed to
man.
have you.
Hey, my God,
Appreciate
man.
you for coming,
Always.
man, and
Thank
My
you
making
brother,
so
this
man.
much.
You already
Appreciate
know,
you
man.
guys. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation as much as we did. I feel very full right now. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Better than yesterday.
Leaders of the new cool.
Leaders of the new cool, baby.